Okay, so something that I wanted to ask is that, especially like as a student, right? Maybe someone who's like not really working like exactly full time yet, lah. I think it's quite easy to feel like complacent, to feel like oh I'm earning like more than my peers and stuff. Do you ever feel that, and how do you manage to curb it if you did? Yeah.
Mm, that's a very good question. Or complacent.
Yeah.
On and off, there is a certain part of me that uh, okay, honestly, I don't think just me. I think most of people out there,
Yeah.
there's a very very small part of them that feels that they just want to, just want to lay
And that's it,
slow.
yeah.
Yeah. Which I think is normal lah. Cause end of the day we are all human beings.
Yeah.
We are supposed to feel this way also. Yeah. But like I guess for me, one way that okay, not really one way lah. What was the question again?
Okay, so that's okay. Okay, so like in your journey, you might have felt like maybe you already are doing so much, so it's enough. Or especially as a student that's not like working full time yet, might feel like oh I'm earning more than my peers, so maybe that's enough. But how do you like kind of like tell yourself to keep improving, basically?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. Okay, so very good question. So one way, actually, honestly, like for me, the monetary incentive is not the primary driver of what I do lah. Yeah. I really enjoy meeting new people and learning their experience and helping out and planning for them. So this process, even if the incentive, like I mean, even though I don't make a lot from that, I think I will still pursue it. Because end of the day, like I think probably what you said lah. If you focus on the money, right, there comes a point whereby you may have a lot of them.
Right.
You may have a lot of money. Then what's next?
Right.
What's next after you have a lot of money? Do you what's next lah?
Yeah.
Like it stops there lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't really focus on the money, but on really like meeting new people.
Correct.
And because you can't stop meeting new people.
Correct.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. Cause a bit theoretical. So if you guys remember, there's this thing called the Maslow hierarchy of needs.
Yeah.
Okay, so it starts from very basic functions like shelter, food. Then after that, there's a job.
Yeah.
Okay, but at the top of it, there's this thing. Can't remember what it's called. It's something along those lines, like self-enrichment.
Self-realization.
Self-realization.
Something, yeah.
Correct. So, if you focus on just money, then like what's next? You can't really progress from there also. Yeah. So, for myself, like how I keep myself going is like I really like to go out and do it lah.
Yeah.
And also I think for myself, maybe 10 years down the road, I would want to move more into a mentor.
Yeah.
Basically like try to emulate what my current mentor is doing also.
Right.
So have my own team of advisors to work with also.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. But does that answer your question? I
Yes,
realize
it
not really
does.
answer the question, right?
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So usually, like something in my own business is that when things are going well, it usually means that things are not gonna go well soon. Is that something that you face also, and how do you deal with that? Yeah.
That's very true lah. If something is going very smoothly, right?
Yeah. You should
be
careful.
Yeah, you should be careful lah. It's not like that lah.
Yeah.
Life is not supposed to be smooth sailing.
Yeah.
If your life is smooth sailing all the way, means something is about to come.
Yeah.
I mean, very good example is probably like the economy. Okay, in economy, it also cannot be very smooth sailing. You have your financial crisis, all this also. Yeah, but it's actually the thing, the crisis that makes us. It will either make or break you, lor.
Yeah.
I feel. Yeah. So it's actually good to have crisis in your life.
So what was one crisis you have in your industry?
One crisis that I have.
Or your personal career line.
I think it's probably rejections.
Okay.
Rejections and stuff.
You mean like the clients rejecting you? Okay.
Yeah. Then okay, initially like I tend to like, why so and so, like why did I not clinch this deal, for example? Then like I tend to like, is it because of like I'm not good enough, or is it like I didn't say something? Like I tend to overthink a lot.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So I mean it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a good thing also. But overthinking, it leads you to a spiral whereby you think of things that are not within your control.
Right.
Yeah. So there were some points whereby I felt like, what am I doing wrong and stuff. But you know, sometimes it's good to take a breather, to take a few steps back, and think about what you can control.
Yeah.
Instead of focusing on the things that you can control. I think this is something that I hold dear to myself lah. Focus on the things that you can control and not the things that you cannot control. Because at the end of the day, especially probably in sales, when you think about whether you can clinch a deal, you have high expectations for something lah.
Yeah.
Then if that thing because it's something that you can control, if that thing doesn't work out, you'll be disappointed.
Right. But you can't control that.
And it's something you can't control.
Yeah.
So what you can control is actually try not to have too much expectations of the things that you do. Okay, not in the sense that mean that you don't do your best. You do your best. You prepare for your appointments. You build up on your knowledge. You put in consistent efforts. These are things that you can control.
Right.
Okay, and I mean you try to meet as many people as you can.
Right.
Okay. What you cannot control is how people feel about you.
The outcome.
The outcome, definitely.
Right. I see.
And these are the things that, you know, if maybe because things may work out, may not work out. But if you are consistent with yourself, it increases your chances of success lah.
Nice.
Yeah. So this was probably, I don't really say it's crisis, but probably one of the setbacks I felt in the initial years. So I think over the years, I have learned from those, and I think like nowadays, like, okay, I don't want to say like things don't really affect me, but I choose not to let it affect me so much lah. Yeah, because maybe some people, they're affected by a lot of things, and no, I mean not wrong, not wrong for them to be affected, because when it comes to this kind of thing, it also depends on your personality also. Yeah, so it can affect you, but how you receive it, you should try to alter it lah.
Yeah. How do you develop this mindset?
I think it's through, talking to my mentor.
Right.
And also I think also reading some books also, because I read kind of books also. So I can't remember any particular books in general. I think it was I can't remember the author, but there's this book about how to not give a fuck about something like that book.
The subtle art of
the subtle art of giving a fuck. Yeah, that one. So
Mark Manson, right?
Correct.
Manson, yeah.
Yeah. So because at the end of the day, that's honestly, if you really care about a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Your mind will be filled with things that may or may not be important. And we are all humans. We all have 24 hours. We want to try to be more efficient with our energy lah, which I think I mentioned earlier on. Instead of focusing on managing your time well, manage your energy well.
Yeah.
So one thing about managing energy well is try not to think about things that, that's not really, it's not something that you can control.
Yeah.
And I think one question I ask myself when I go through this process is, okay, this person 5 years down the road, will what he say now affect me later in 5 years? If it does, then I think it's important, then you should address it. But because in this industry we also meet people that unfortunately, if they are no longer clients, so that's 5 years later, you may not meet this person, then so be it lah.
Yeah.
Just take it as a learning point and add their perspective into what you have learned so far. Then you just work on from there also.
Okay, nice. Okay, so what are you what's your aspiration like
Mm-hmm.
in this industry? Like, what are you hoping to achieve? Is it like more clients, or what's the kind of like the end journey look like?
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Good question. So end journey lah. Honestly, I'm not someone that has very like. I think. Okay, maybe like I'm not really someone that's really after a lot of money and stuff. I value relationships more than that. Okay. So I guess maybe if you want, if it's an answer, probably I wanna build very meaningful relationships along this line. Then from there you focus your business on it also.
Yeah.
And somewhere along my lines, I'll probably want to move on to more of a managerial role.
Nice.
Have my own team and
Groom them
and mentor. I think I really like this kind of like I learn from you, you learn from me kind of environment. Yeah. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess like kickstarting your mentoring journey, what would you tell to someone that wants or is thinking of coming into this industry?
Okay. Okay. So there are a lot of reasons why some people would enter this industry lah. Okay. A lot of reasons. So I mean, for whatever reason, you just have to hold yourself accountable for it. And really think through about whether it's a good reason for you lah. But then again, I'm not saying the point that you don't, if you're on the fence, then maybe don't really think about it. You can still try. It may work for you, it may not. For myself, it really helped to sharpen my people skills lah.
Right.
And honestly, if you were to meet me 5 years ago, I am someone that does not speak very well. I'm also a bit reserved.
I see.
Yeah. So I guess this is something that
personal growth.
Yeah, personal growth lah. So in this industry, there's a lot of chance for you to learn a lot of things.
Right. I see.
Yeah. So I guess if you are someone that are considering something in this line, talk to people that are in this line lah. Yeah. So that's one tip. Talk to people, then you'll find out. But talking to people is just one thing. But witnessing and being through this experience, I guess, would be a better way to think whether it's something for you.
Yeah.
So I guess not just probably in this industry. I think across the board for maybe people that are still schooling, some people may not know what they want to be, which is totally fine. Nobody wakes up one day to decide, I want to be
of course.
a dentist. Take example.
Yeah.
And even though there are people that wakes up to think that they want to be, for example, a dentist, lawyer, whatever, these are just plans which may or may not work out in the long run. You know, honestly, for me, I never expect that I would be in this industry in secondary school in JC. Right. It's all about once you get exposed to it, you learn about it also. Yeah. So I think it also goes back to what I mentioned earlier about being open-minded. Yeah.
Just trying these things.
Yeah, absolutely correct. So you just want to, if you don't know what you do, it's fine. It's totally normal. You're not alone. I have also friends that don't really know what they want. But I mean, you figure a lot along the way you go lah. Yeah. But then I mean, cause I understand maybe in Singapore or maybe in like the Asian context, we are some of us, we have very traditional parents that you need to go into be a lawyer, be a doctor, get a stable job. Yeah, but I think times have changed. People are more, again, I use the word open-minded, venture in different things lah. So probably one advice is to just try. You don't try, you don't know.
That's
and you
right.
don't know, and you never know until you
true.
try. And I think one thing is also, we are still young lah. We can afford to make mistakes and fail. Which I think is normal. Because also going back, a lot of what is life is if it's all smooth sailing.
That's true.
You're supposed to fail.
Yeah.
You're supposed to fail.